green. So much for a starting grid. We'll work on that a little bit later on. We are definitely behind, unfortunately, because of the weather delay. We had a massive weather delay a little bit earlier, but green flag is out. They will stay in formation here through turns 1, 2, and 3. Then the gloves come off. Bill Hynes will lead everybody to the start, his 10th season with Stadium Super Trucks, behind the wheel of the Thrillcast. Here we go. Gloves off. We are racing, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get it done. Ryan Beat right there with him with the number 51 truck, sponsored by Zen, that light blue machine. And the fast qualifiers in the middle of the pack here because it's a shortened race. So they're going for it. A big moment right there. Wow. That was Myles Cheek trying to get that thing gathered up. He was looking to make some passes down on the bottom. How he kept it off the wall, I'll never know. But that was a massive moment there for the 957 out of Anaheim, California in the Jimmy Kelly Steakhouse truck. Everybody settling back in here now. 14 trucks strong, the largest field we've had here at Nashville. These trucks with a lot of suspension, 20 inches in the front, 26 inches of travel in the back. They weigh in at 2,800 pounds, produce about 650 horsepower. They do have a spool in the back and a brake, a rear brake that will help them rotate that truck a little bit. Bill Hynes still out front. Ryan Beat trying to close up on him. Ryan Beat goes a little wide, spins it around, will lose a lot of spots. Side by side off the jumps there. You can see these things articulating, that left front tire way up in the air as well. They create a lot of lift. The MAV TV truck also in here as well. Ben Maier driving that one. Also part of a show called On the Rise that you'll be able to watch here on MAV TV. Great to bring you this streaming live on MAV TV's channel on Pluto. Bill Hynes still out front, now about to get plenty of company from the reigning champ. That is Gavin Harlien in the VP Race Fuels truck right behind him. Then it's Myles Cheek with that big moment behind him. Robert Stout back behind Myles Cheek. The players are already working their way to the front. Your quick qualifiers here just one day ago was Matty Brabham on the pole. Then it was Robby Gordon second, Robert Stout third. There's a look at Robert Stout. The Injector Dynamics Continental Tire back machine, the red, white, and blue truck side by side. Gavin Harlien, the number 1 plate representing the championship from a year ago, sneaks down underneath Bill Hynes, and it looks like Myles Cheek went with him. We will have a mandatory caution here, a total of 7 laps on this race. They'll run 3.5 laps, and then they'll bring out a caution, bunch the field back up, and turn them loose. Harlien out front now, and Myles right behind him. These guys will want to keep pace but try to take care of the trucks. The shortened race won't be quite as critical here today. Of course, round 2 will happen tomorrow immediately following the IndyCar race. Looks like Myles Cheek with some damage to the right front corner there. He's going to take a look at the inside. Can he get it done in the brake zone? Gavin was going to take him deep. Myles is there. He's got position. Side by side they go. Myles down on the inside. Off the jump, side by side as well. Myles still with a nod, and is going to get the spot. Stout in 3rd place. Looks like Bill Hynes will move over just a little bit. I believe that's Mad Max, number 77. That is a 15-year-old son of Robby Gordon right there behind Robert Stout. Then it's his father, Robby Gordon, with the Tootsie's back machine. And your number 1 qualifier, Matty Brabham there in the Continental Tire back machine. Bill Hynes and Ryan Beat. So again, the 2,800-pound trucks will put a lot of heat in these brakes. Look at them carry that left front tire around. Myles Cheek, a 4-time short course off-road champion, was running in 2nd place at Long Beach, had a really good run out there. Matter of fact, was leading right up to the very end. And then the veteran snookered him and got around just enough to take the win away. Look at Ryan Beat there. A little bit deeper in the field. There's Ben Maier back there as well with the MAV TV sponsored machine. Young, talented, 14-year-old Ben Maier is so talented, has really shown his expertise behind the wheel of these things. Keep in mind, that young man finished 3rd overall here 1 year ago behind the wheel of a Stadium Super Truck, also competing in the Trans Am Series. Made his debut at Mid-Ohio a year ago as we go back up to the front. Cheek, Harlien, and Stout. Stout now closing on Harlien. Harlien to the outside. Stout looking for that draft. Is tucked in right behind him. Harlien goes down to protect the bottom. And it looks like the Kid Rock back machine, driven by Radmann, unfortunately having a moment there. And mandatory caution looks like it will come out. So my apologies, the Kid Rock machine driven by Blade Hildebrand, the number 68 truck. Radmann and the Palm Rat Golf, number 84 truck, making his debut here. As everybody gets nose to tail. And a look at some of the action that's going on there. Stout getting underneath Harlien. And that was right at the mandatory caution. So Robert Stout with a good pass. That's a tough player to pass. He and Gavin Harlien put on some spectacular racing a year ago at Mid-Ohio. Side by side, just over, under stuff, never touched each other. Both of them incredible drivers. Harlien, a great champion. Really was in position to win the championship a couple of years earlier, and things just did not go his way. Here we go, the restart. Myles Cheek brings the field back around, stands on the throttle, followed by Stout and Harlien, then Mad Max, the 15-year-old son of Robby Gordon. Then Robby Gordon, Matty Brabham. Look at that left front tire up in the air. Only in the Stadium Super Trucks do you get that kind of action. A little bit of a gap there back to Robby. If they fan out here a little bit, Robby will pick up a huge draft, but right now everybody's staying in line. Stout right on the back bumper of Cheek, takes a look down to the inside, goes way back to the right-hand side. Cheek hard on the brakes, everybody locking up that right front. Look at the battle going on back there as Robby Gordon blocks Matty Brabham, taking the inside away. Brabham will make him pay if he can just sniff a little bit of a spot, and Robby said, nope, not right now. Good look at the MAV TV truck, the number 67 of Ben Maier, once again talking about him, 14 years of age, and this is his second year in the trucks. Yes, he was 13 when he was here a year ago. So again, a little bit of a gap there. Back to Robby Gordon, and then Matty back behind him. First and second, small gap, second, third. Here comes Mad Max trying to get around Gavin Harlien. And Mad Max with a window net down. We'll see what race control does about that, if they're going to let him continue or not. Right around the outside, looks like Gavin Harlien able to hang on to the spot hard in the brake zone there. 4 of 7 here, working. Again, Myles Cheek out front. His father, Chuck Cheek, also a champion in short course off-road racing, owner of CMI. Very talented machinist himself. Has made some parts for these trucks. Myles Cheek, a talented young driver. Showing it right here. Had an incredible run. I believe it was 2021 or 2020 in the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series. Put together a bunch of wins. Here comes Stout again, right on the back bumper. This is the battle for the lead here. It's like that left front tire. Everything's okay there for Myles. The Jimmy Kelly Steakhouse sponsored machine here in Nashville. Stout trying to roll up beside him, see if he can keep the pressure on. Can he push him into a mistake? Tries a little over-under, has a little clean air, can't get there. The 23 truck of David Bernstein, unfortunately, into the tire wall, but looks like it's okay. He's able to continue on. Made his debut at Long Beach a little bit earlier in the year. Getting close to the end of this one. Top two dogs are fighting it out. Robby Gordon has pulled in, and you can see the fluid on the right rear tire. So it looks like a rear seal there possibly going out. As we take a look at the two competitors up here in the front. Mad Max making another run at Gavin Harlien. This time, looks like he's got him cleared. Here comes Gavin, right back at him. Gavin's going to try to fill in the bottom, and he's going to get it done. Wow, what a battle under braking. Stout gets underneath Cheek to take over the lead. Side by side, back behind him between Harlien and Mad Max. very exciting race here. 5 of 6 complete. Coming back by here, and Gavin hanging on, man. He is desperate to hang on to that position. Rightfully so. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Stout out front. Myles Cheek right there has not gone away. We'll see if he can return the favor there to Stout. Can he stay close enough to get in the draft? Stout with a good exit there out of that chicane. That 1-2-3 complex is tight. Myles falls back just a little bit here. And here comes Mad Max again. Another great battle here. Mad Max out there in front of Gavin trying to break that draft up over the bridge. And for now, it's going to be able to hang on to that spot. Boy, it was a great battle. Myles Cheek down there. Look at those trucks, man. They are moving around hard under braking. Stout looking to get back on top of the box here in this series. Struggled there at Long Beach just a little bit. Had a good qualifying session, but just could not get it done in either one of the races. Trying to finish this one up here. Keep in mind, he was the winner of the overall at the inaugural event here in Nashville. And then he qualified on the pole here 1 year ago. Stout with the injector dynamics, Continental Tire back machine out front. Followed up by that Jimmy Kelly Steakhouse truck driven by Myles Cheek. Stout now driving away, has some good room back behind him. No spotters in these trucks, ladies and gentlemen, so they don't have any help. It's just the drivers. Couple turns yet to go here. Looks like Ryan Beat back in there as well. Off the throttle, a little flame out of the pipe there. Some of the unburnt gases. Coming back around here, another jump. Stout trying to close it off here. The first of 2 races this weekend. You can see that right hand up there on that turning brake I talked about before. Checkered flag out. Robert Stout will grab the win here. Excellent run for the number 28 truck. Continental Tire injector dynamics machine. 20 starts, has a pole and 2 wins. He'll add a 3rd win to that resume here today. And 8 podiums. An excellent effort there out of Robert Stout. A great battle. Myles Cheek with that massive move there at the start of the race as well. And the number 957 managed to hang on to it. Didn't crash anybody. Didn't hit any walls. I don't know how, but he hung on to it. A good battle there behind with Max and, of course, Gavin Harlien as well. Boy, did they put on a show. Some really hard racing. Unfortunately for Robby Gordon, he went out a little bit early. And didn't see what happened to Brabham there either. I don't know if he and Brabham got together, but Brabham deep here in this first race, finishing 13th, Robby Gordon 14th. What do you think, Nashville? Do you like the Stadium Super Trucks? Awesome stuff. We appreciate all of our fans as well watching on MAV TV's channel on Pluto. Hope you enjoyed all the great racing action courtesy of the Stadium Super Trucks. Here's a look at your unofficial results. So that'll wrap things up here with Stadium Super Trucks. I'm going to cruise over there and interview the top 3. And coming up next will be the